go. So the entire party ended the last session. I believe. Were you guys getting onto the road again, or were you still in camp?
I think we're still in camp.
I think we were in camp waiting for drinks.
Cool. All right. So you're inside of so you're still like inside of the camp and whatnot, and what I'm gonna say is, Lucy, you had a dream. You had a dream of fire, and from the ashes that were left over from the flames that were there, a shadow being plucked out of it by a gnarled hand and standing on its own 2 feet. So yeah, did you have that? You want some time to write that down, or? All right. I had some dream shenanigans for Emmy, but Emmy isn't here. And yeah, so you wake up. Okay. So you wake up to the sort of cloud cover that was kind of coming in on the day prior, coming down in a light rain. Again, like, you've been very lucky with the weather that's been coming through. This is kind of what's expected of springtime inside the valley, and you're getting it. It's not a, hard rain that's coming down, but it's enough that, like, standing outside, you're gonna get wet pretty quick. So not optimal traveling weather, but it's refreshing at the very least. But of course, the people inside of the dome that was provided, which would just be Emmy, Jesse, and Ashii, are not dealing with that. Meanwhile, Glim, who avoided exhaustion, and Lucy slept outside for that period of time. So you wake to a rainy morning where I believe Jesse went off to start setting up the wagon with your mules. We do this every session. Mules or donkeys. I need to settle it down. Let's go with donkeys, because donkeys are.
I'm pretty sure it was donkeys.
Yeah, let's go with donkeys. That was going on, and so they're all kind of saddled up, and you all. Oh, that was one other thing.
Oh, they're mules.
They're mules? I knew it somewhere in my heart. I knew it, but okay. So the mules. I remembered something because I couldn't find my notes proper the last time around. I found them this time. That when you were looking through the notes that you got from the Sebastien mansion, there was a specific trader that you presume they must be working with the Southern Star, but not William. Quincy and his associate were not selling to the Southern Star. They were selling to the King's Road traders. Which you presume are in association with that. But you'd also know that the King's Road traders are a very loose association of various traders that common the King's Road, which is a long strip of road that goes from past Sancho's Crossing. Yeah, like that goes all the way to the north and all the way down to the south, connecting to the Wanderway and into Telesnia. And it's a major sort of thoroughfare for a lot of sort of goods that went through, that was created by, I believe, the third king of the principalities. But you can go read that document that I wrote and tell me that I'm wrong about my own lore later on. So yeah, it's a loose association that doesn't have like necessarily a whole lot of power, but it's definitely a group that, like, you know, if you're going to be trading on there, you don't want to be on the bad side of. So yeah, so Jesse has everything hitched up and is going to be like, all right, anything left for us to do here, or should we get on the move? I don't think that the roads are going to be so bad that this rain's going to cause any issue, but you never know, can you?
I glance at the group that probably is not near us. I guess let them know we're heading out. I'll get in the back of the cart.
Sounds good. Are you good?
It's weird.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, I don't know anybody, I realize, at all in this entire world. But I know everybody.
I mean, how different are people, really?
Well, apparently 2 people want to possibly kick me out of the group. Which I think I understand coming from their perspective.
Oh, okay, so that's something. It's like, Jesse kind of looks at you and is like, yeah, that's something I actually thought about a little bit. And be like, you just sit tight. I'm gonna talk with the donkeys or whatever, and
Do that.
oh.
Hi, Strixie.
Okay. All right.
Someone must have shown
That
up.
was amazing to watch.
That was so good. That was just, what an amazing display of emotion going on there. All right. Cool.
Sorry,
You
1
got
minute.
some-
I heard everything.
Oh, you got some good. All right. Well. All right. Hey,
It's
you
like
know
either
what?
someone excitingly showed up or
Hey, yeah,
You
whatever
won
it
the
is,
lottery.
that's good
Hmm.
stuff.
smile on your
Anyway,
face.
so Jesse's gonna walk over to Glim and Lucy, and is gonna say like, so we're all ready to leave. I kind of wanted to ask. Things moved rather quickly, and I understand there's some hard feelings because you lost a part of your group. Do you want to have a funeral?
No.
I'm just kind of considering because we didn't really have any time to, take in that a death happened. So,
We don't know that's what happened. You heard it. It said the other person might still be around.
Wait, what other person?
This Ashii
Oh,
said they don't know what happened to the other.
yeah, okay. That's true. That is a good point. Pretty sure.
Hey, sorry,
Hey.
back now.
Welcome back. Oh, good. Okay, so I don't know why Discord decided to. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me just move some stuff around. Because
You broke it.
yeah, everyone's name got shuffled. So I need to do a little. Quick.
Apologies for that. I came in, I ruined the whole aesthetic, our whole flow.
I work a lot to get this to work.
I know.
But
It's okay. Like, Strixie literally had like the most exciting moment ever on her face, and
That
then
was
jumped
so
up and ran
good.
off. So that was just we're already kind of like
it's par for the course.
Got it.
Everything's good. But yeah, so Jesse's just gonna be like, yeah,
you look like you're a ghost among your dwarves.
yeah.
Because of the sunlight is just making you look transparent. It's cool. It's just like really
gonna
good
be-
special
I'm-
effects.
I'm just gonna be like fucking an Anakin Skywalker Force
Oh yeah, that's
ghost,
exactly it. Oh, like what was it? Like plug.
Thank
anyways,
you for your contribution.
So yeah, Jesse's gonna say like, I mean, Emmy told me that. Well, I mean, from what Emmy was saying, it seemed like Ashii kind of got the bad end of the stick of that combat.
Oh wait, fuck, we started.
So, I mean,
You're fine.
I'm just saying that.
I'm just gonna stop you right there. Who are you?
Hired help.
Yes, but who hired you? Why are you here?
I'm supposedly the first mate of a ship that we're supposed to get.
Gomorrah looked at Lucy with kind of like a brow raised.
I had some business I also needed to. I didn't know I was going to be able to take care of down south. You were heading that way too. It made some sense. So,
What made sense?
traveling along with you. I mean, with Emmy, mainly, but you all seemed pretty capable and good sort, so.
Right, but there's one thing about this that grates on my nerves. Is that no one asked.
For me to come along, or
I certainly didn't get asked if I wanted to add somebody else to the party. I'm not saying you are not welcome. I'm just pointing out.
no, I understand that entirely. That's correct. This was a little quick.
So
to the
when you
jump.
tell me that I should be caring or concerned about whatever's going on over there, and if I want to have a funeral for the person that should be there that is not, I just kind of feel that perhaps you're overstepping your boundaries with me. Because truthfully, I don't know who the fuck you are.
That's fair.
And I've been traveling with these people for months.
Yeah, I understand that. All I'm doing is I know I've lost a good amount of folk in my time because I was part of a bloody business. So, I'm trying to bring my experience to bear and help where I can. If that help is not wanted, I more than understand. And honestly, I don't want to help like that. But there's a problem, and if I'm going to be sticking around, feels like I should maybe bring up these things. But I hear what you're saying. Wagon's hitched up.
Thank you, Jesse. It is appreciated.
Yeah, Jesse's going to head back to the to the wagons.
Where is
Did we
Ashii?
decide? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I apologize. What were you gonna say?
Ashii's by the wagon that Jesse's walking towards.
I have theories where this person has come from. Has anything been said to either of you?
I believe this is to Glim and Lucy.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Limvel?
No.
But the fact remains, this is not our Ashii. Is anything any of us have noticed so that it's different? Nothing, this is a different person. I want to have all the information I possibly can.
Okay, wait. Did we decide that Duris last time, was he in the hut or was he out? Did he sleep outside with us?
At the offer of sleeping inside of a magical space, created by Ashii, that would be warm and dry, would Duris take that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. She claims to be the same. She claims to know us. But she's not the same. She remembers things, but she's not the same.
She remembers everything.
It's different. Certain things happened the same, but happened different.
Interesting. So there is a Duris, there is a Lucy, there is a Glimvel in this other place.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Which also means that there's another one of these kids. This randomly blooded kid. So do we have to worry about that now?
I'm just trying to understand where she could have possibly come from. Razimira.
That's copyright!
I
Yeah. Big drama.
Nas Dormu.
Yeah, Nazi.
Nas Dormu has been fucking with the time like I'm so
I am the vessel of magic!
Can we just ignore that?
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
Alright, thanks. With Razimira, the only thing I can think of would be related to that, but we didn't take anything with us except the cat.
Lucy will put up her hand and stop you when you say that. And she'll get closer to you. And you'll see her like pull something out of her pocket, and she'll open her hand, like grab your hand and put her hand on top and drop a ring into your hand and say, I was wearing this. Our Ashii gave this to me. But that is what caused this new Ashii to appear. This came from the vault.
You would remember I had a ring. You tell me to cut it off my hand if it started doing weird things.
It did a weird thing.
It did a weird thing.
Didn't cut it off my hand.
I thought she removed it before we had actually left.
No,
Was
we
there
talked
anything
about it.
else- Was there anything else, Lucy, that was taken that I don't know about? That people have just been forgetting to mention. Now would be a good time.
It was the rings and the ions, which you already knew about.
And
Oh yeah, because I had it.
Wink.
loaded.
I appreciate that we left those behind.
Does Lucy know about Emmy's ion stone that she has held on to?
I think she pocketed it in front of everybody. I'm not 100% sure. Everybody except Duris.
Right.
Yeah, I think but I didn't mention how many stones. I just say the ion stones. So
And
Duris
there's
can
a-
assume it's just mine or whatever.
I think I'm gonna roll deception at advantage.
Wait, because I'm good at that.
I don't think
By the
so.
way, the added advantage is because Durish trusts you. by
Well,
the
it's
way.
also because I believe Lucy
We're
is
friends.
like internalized that it's like I'm saying as much truth as possible to you. Also, where it's like,
Also, you would have known I still had my ring because when I had the disease,
yeah,
I had mentioned it as part of the, like, I was feeling funny, and we brought
17.
up the ring.
17. So does Durst want to roll insight check against that, or are
I
you
will.
gonna just allow that to
No,
slide?
no, I will.
Okay.
I also have to remember to have my character sheet up when we're doing
It's
this.
helpful.
So please give me a
I
moment.
just
It
said
is.
that. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Twinsies.
twinsies. All right, my insight is bad. Good. Well,
Good.
not, but
We want everyone to trust each other.
okay.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
you totally believe everything that that Lucy said.
I mean, she didn't lie.
I was just like, did she
You
lie?
didn't lie, but you didn't exactly say the truth.
My theory at the moment had to do with Razimira, but I suppose this would clinch it. Whatever this is, has taken an Ashii, from a different time and place. Similar to what Razimira was trying to do in unifying their essence across multiple timelines. This is Ashii, but she is not ours.
Where do we return her?
I didn't exactly trust ours, and Jesse and Emmy want us to just jump in the wagon with this new person.
Did you learn anything inside the magic hut?
What I learned was it's her.
The conversation that occurred over there was basically just Emmy being
I
like,
answered any questions they had about me, about differences, what I could do.
yeah,
So basically, I'm a bard that does magic. And my background, instead of being married and having that whole catastrophe, I found out I was going to be murdered and ran away and joined the Whisper Gnomes, which you've met from the tavern. So I'm actually part of their group, not the mafia family.
yeah.
She's still amongst the shadows, but not necessarily in crime families. And she still has a good grasp of magic, but not the strange kind of mentalisms that she had before. What I have learned from this is that it seems to be Ashii, just a step to the left or to the right in certain moments. Durst kind of looks to Glimwell. I understand that the contract we all drafted up was for Ashii, and I don't believe she had listed a last name at the time on the document.
Yeah, I brought that up.
I would say that it is possible if you wanted to hire someone who has similar skill sets. I won't be trying to say this is our friend, I won't be trying to say we should trust him. All I know is that the kind of skill sets that we are currently lacking are in our new bird friend. And I think it would be foolish to cast it aside, especially when it seems like, to all intents and purposes, we have been given another chance to have our friend here with us. So perhaps friend is not the right term. There's a reason I don't like temporal magics. She is almost exactly more lost than we are. I don't think there's any sort of rhyme or reason. But what we do here shouldn't be to abandon her or to send her back. I don't think she has a way to go back. And there aren't any things that we possess here that can do this. Especially if it was an artifact of the dragon kind. Replicating it would be not only difficult, but detrimental to the world around us. Whether we like it or not, she's here.
But do you think it could be replicated? Do you think it has a chance of happening again?
It doesn't matter if there's a chance to do it again. It shouldn't happen.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
How can you prove that? How can you ensure that one of these other places that these multiple people are from doesn't do something that bleeds into our university.
Because
I'm not concerned about her. I'm concerned about that.
Would you
So
like
there's
to
no
make
sense
a
of
knowledge
being-
check?
Sure.
Cool. That would be under Arcana.
I'm sure it would be. One.
I wish I could cast guidance.
Yeah.
My Arcana is good. I have good Arcana.
You have good Arcana, as a wizard should. 14.
14.
So, your statement about why you don't like temporal magic is because there's a there's a debate surrounding it under the same pretense of summoning magic, of does it undermine what is conceived of as the weave, which is what kind of bars out things from this reality.
I wasn't even thinking in terms of it actually damaging that. I just personally find it difficult and confusing and bullshit, and there's no actual like solid rules for it yet. But does it actually? If it also hurts like conjuration,
There's
then...
a lot of debate regarding that, and it's why there are very few temporal magics that are currently sort of like there's very few temporal mages that are out there because of this sort of stigma that's kicking around. Because it's the theory that why would a different timeline be different than a different plane? Is sort of the running sort of theory with that. So
that's why it's bad. It's not. I know why I would say like why it wouldn't be likely to answer Glimmo's question, but got it.
yeah, so the idea is that like this type of magic is difficult. Is one difficult, and two look down upon. So that's why it's super rare to actually see this sort of magic occurring. And I'm not going to give you anything more after 14. I would say that much.
One, it is not easily replicable, and two, because if there is a Durst Vault in Netherworld, he would also not be letting this happen if he is aware.
We'll not just go silent. And let the words kind of weigh on her mind.
The decision is yours what you would like to do. I do not think it is right to leave her to her own devices in a place that she does not know. The decisions of our Ashii are what brought this fun here. I think if we actually did care about such a thing, since her decision led to this fun, it falls to us to honor that. Whatever else Ashii did, this is a result from what she has done. It is here for us to do what we will. I say, there is a person to get to know, much like we all did before. I would hope that if any of us slipped into another world, we would find a group as accommodating of an adventure as we are. I do not doubt that another Durst Vault might immediately try to destroy this thing, but
Lucy will look at Glim to see how she's taking this.
I need more time to think about how to proceed forward, not only with this, with everything.
there is a very simple question that you need to answer in order to know. Would you abandon someone thrown to some place new without any guide? Yes or no?
I would.